It's nice to meet you with the Doric accent in contrast with the Shetland accent. It's good.
Well, Sarah, when people come to an area, they want to identify not just with the landscape or the seascape, but they want to identify with the culture and the language and the creativity. And you've got it all here, Sarah.
Well, thank you.
Well, this is Sarah's environment, and this is where she gets her inspiration for her creativity from. Well, what makes Shetland quite unique is not just its landscape and its seascape, its incredible history, but the people themselves. And that's why language and culture is always so important to retain.
Okay, yeah, for Doric TV, yeah, we just like to speak to folk up here, and if we meet somebody then we'll speak to them and blather away, and if they need to find out anything we try and help them if we can. Not always, but we try.
So I really enjoy being here in Shetland. It's excellent community, I would say, and like a good safe feeling. So I think that's why I would like to bide here and stay here and raise bairns if I have bairns here, because it's just safe and that community feeling. I come from Island Wales and we had stronger dialect, so I think I'm really proud of that. But for a while when I was younger, I did kind of try to tone it down and thought kind of understand you as well. So I think that's important to try and keep speaking it to your bairns. But we're in Wales, so speak even different to folk here in Shetland. So I think it's even more important to keep that with, especially keep going. So I don't know.
Doric TV, Shetland, and the most honestly friendly folk in this planet. I just walked into the post office and off licence, and we met this lovely lady. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Believe it or not, we're crossing the runway. Sambara runway. Into the wheelhouse. And indeed, sailing was a way of life to the Norse people. And you can imagine underneath this earth house, Jarlshof, how it did indeed provide shelter for the storms up above. Jarlshof. And into the inner of the wheelhouse, and you can imagine in a stormy day how much shelter this provides and how you can't hear the wind any longer here. St. Ninian's Isle. Calaness. In Scalloway.
Today we're in Scalloway. We're just paying a quick visit to the memorial to the Shetland bus operation which took place during World War II. Very important operation to Norway and Shetland, helping people to come out of Norway before the German occupation, and also putting agents and equipment into Norway to help the resistance during the war effort. This is another part of the Shetland bus operation. We're down at William Moore's shipyard. He had a lot to do with the maintenance and repair of the boats and keep them moving. There's a set of interpretation boards here now giving you the full story about the Shetland bus, and we're standing right opposite the Prince Olaf slipway, which Prince Olaf of Norway himself came down in 1942 to give support to the operation. The slipway was built for the boats to get them up onto the dry dock, ready for repairs, etc. This morning we're down in Lerwick and we're walking along the seashore, an area called the Lodbers. As you can see, the houses actually built out into the sea. The one we're looking at the moment, I think, was the one that was used in the Shetland series. It was a house that Jimmy Perez was portrayed to live in.
And if you want to turn, you just either gently push the side away from you, like that. This is Mavis Grind, where on one side you can see the North Sea and the other the Atlantic.
This morning we've come out from Scalloway. It's a lovely, beautiful sunny day at the moment. We're now in the area called Mavis Grind, and this is quite famous, quite well known. Supposedly you can throw a stone from the North Sea and throw it across into the Atlantic.
North Sea, Atlantic.